Hey everyone, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I'm Ascetic. With me on this video is Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Canuck Dude.
Hey.
And Skylar.
Hello.
Alright, so we have done all of the amateur goals, and you're wondering, what do we do next? Well, we need to go do someone's pro-specific challenge. That's right, every pro in the game and your custom skater has a specific challenge for them that will be based on, or inspired by what that pro has actually done. For all of these, I'll be going through the text, as fast as possible beforehand, so if you want to read those, either pause this video, go to another video that doesn't have commentary or such, but yeah, all of those kind of set the stage for what is the inspiration behind each one. Like, Tony has obviously done the 900. He's also done some really high-flying, transfers across buildings and such, so this sort of inspired this challenge where you need to do a bunch of transfers that get wider and wider and do more complex grabs across each one. And
when they go flying across the roof.
There will be one for each pro challenge, and this video will cover all of those. And I know I'm bad at this one. And I should also mention that this is the first video recorded after the announcement of the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake, so
hell yeah,
that'll inevitably spill in. But yeah, that was announced, and so that might get discussed.
There's two things I want to say about, I'll talk about what this one specifically. Something I found out is if you do a transfer and you just combo the other two tricks into it, it counts.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like a bug across all the challenges that have the kind of these tricks.
Or I did not know that.
Right.
It's like as long as the gap is in the combo.
Right. But so yeah, when you do one of those, even if you haven't done all the amateur content yet, I think when you do one of those, you open the pro goals, which will then be marked with red arrows over people's heads, and there will be 5 new pro goals on the 7 main levels. Carnival in Chicago does not get pro goals, and those will be covered in the next either video or 2 videos. I need to edit and see how long that takes. But so then we're just going to go through each pro and do theirs, and a thing I didn't know about Tony Hawk 4, I thought every character had their own progression, but at any time, I could have switched to another character and just put all the stat points I had earned in and keep going as them. So I guess I could have done something where each pro does a different level, but whatever.
I didn't know that either, huh?
Yeah.
So another thing I think is, this is another reason why Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 is one of my personal favorites. I just love how it's like, yeah, everyone gets these goals, but then each pro has something like specific to them, which makes you go, "Oh, I need to play this game more."
Yeah. Because obviously you have to complete the actual specific goal as that character. But so with each of these, well, actually with most of these, there's 1 or 2 exceptions. Atiba Jefferson will be the guy to sort of introduce it, which I guess is sort of like, what am I trying to say? Like, it adds a lot of like flair and personality to him. That's sort of where I thought that they got maybe his real voice or such, because, with him talking to each pro and kind of, having his own style of speech and such, I kind of thought like, oh, he tags along with all these pros and does all this stuff for them in real life, and here he is doing the same in the game.
Huh.
It's pretty cool.
But they didn't get his real voice.
No, they did not get his real voice.
Did they get his likeness or just his name?
No, that's how he looked at this time. That's kind of what he looked like.
Okay.
So yeah, this challenge is mostly fine, and then you get to this third one where you have to do some special tricks, and all of a sudden, I just started getting wrecked.
Sit down, no.
I could not get the air to do any of these special tricks, and you're going to see me struggle with this for quite a while. Like, you have to jump before the part of the ramp is actually over, and like input the special trick immediately. It's way less forgiving than even doing the method, here.
Huh.
The sit down air, I think you can actually kind of ride on the ramp a little bit during the trick, and I think it runs fine.
Right. The Samba flip is the frame perfect one.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see when I finally get it, like, I leave the air before the end of it. I don't know. This was the one where it was like, this was the hardest challenge that I did not expect to be this hard. I knew some of the pro challenges were going to be hard. Like, I'm bad with the reaction ones. So, like, Bam Margera's I knew was going to suck. But this one, I totally did not think it would be this hard when recording.
This one is... Yeah. This one is, the Bob Burnquist one was hard, obviously, for me, but the one that, like, strangely got me, I don't want to spoil what you have to do, but the Koston one is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of these. I didn't do any of them.
Oh. But, so yeah, we're just going to fade through, each character and where their pro challenge is, so I'm going by order of the game. So this is Steve Caballero. His challenge is in Kona, and yeah, Rick Thorne actually comes back and is sort of the one to introduce it, because apparently Caballero and Rick Thorne would do these doubles kind of things when skating around. Yeah.
These guys are two really good friends, actually, so yeah.
Yeah. You may remember Rick Thorne from Matt Hoffman. I played him in Matt Hoffman 1. And to quote, a band I really like, Coalesce, where the hell is Rick Thorne these days? That's one of their songs. Yeah.
Are they referencing the actual Rick Thorne when they say that?
Yeah, Coalesce has an actual song actually called Where the Hell is Rick Thorne these days.
Funny enough, this is not the last time we're gonna see Rick Thorne in the Tony Hawk series.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
I wanted to say, someone pointed this out in the comments of the Chicago video, and I meant to talk about it there, but this is also a good time to talk about it. In the Create-A-Skater, there are some names where if you enter them in, like if the names of real people, I think the devs and some other specific people, if you enter them in, your Create-A-Skater will turn into that person. One of them being Matt Hoffman and another one being Rick Thorne.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It'll turn into their models.
I didn't know about the bikers specifically, but yeah, that's been a thing back since Create-A-Skater started in Tony Hawk 2. You could be people in the Neversoft cast, and you could be like the president of Neversoft was Joel Jewett, and you could be Joel's son Connor Jewett. If you put in Connor Jewett, you would have like a kid model. You would be Skater Kid. Yeah.
I did not. That's amazing. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of my personal favorite skateboarders of all time.
Yeah, here, Kareem Campbell.
Kareem Campbell? Yeah, he's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I also wanted to say really quickly the point that you made earlier, Skylar, about how you can just, as long as you do the quote-unquote pro-specific gap in any order, you can do the tricks, as long as there's a specific gap in that combo somewhere.
This one too.
Yeah, this one is a really important one for that.
Yeah, you're going to see me play around with this, because if you think you have to stay on this roof or the more tan one, this is going to be a nightmare. But if you realize you can come jump onto that roof as well, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I see TC got his roof gap back in here for the fourth time now.
Yeah, and so also, even in some of these where I probably could speed them up, I'm not going to speed any part up, just so you could see how the whole thing goes. Like for Kareem Campbell's, you kind of do have to do this over and over and over. And the really hard part is only at the very end, when they give you
the mega combo.
The mega combo. Or
now,
like Chad Muska's.
Are you cheesing this, or are you supposed to manual and then do the other trick?
Now that, well, I don't think you could do 2-in-1 jump before you land. But
I was going to say, did they want you to do 2-in-1 jump before you land, or did they expect you to manual out of it?
I think this is what they expect you to do. I think, see what Connor's doing here? I think they want you to start on either end, do the move, manual across the middle roof, gap into the other one. I think that's what they want you to do.
Huh.
Oh, and get both gaps.
So you'd manual and then jump.
We both end up as the same trick. You can just do that trick and get it. It's kind of funny.
And that's also how you can cheese the final combo, because sometimes you'll get...
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, you get...
Oh my god!
You got 3 heel flips.
Okay, so I got super lucky, I guess, with it being 3 heel flips. Yeah, for this one, any other time, I'd had to start on one roof, jump, manual across the middle one, jump to the third. But there, since 3 of the 5 tricks were the same, I could just do it there.
That's if you were a speedrunner, you would have freaked out, because it's the best.
Yeah,
you would have gotten the world record.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fucking Rune. I forgot how to say his last name, but it's Rune. Yeah.
Glifberg.
Glifberg. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm gonna say Glifberg. I'm a dumb American. So yeah, watching this back after editing, I was like, God, did I really go with this take? But I guess this is the one where it gave me the least trouble. This one can be kind of hard, but like, you have 5 minutes. Just, if something's giving you trouble, take a little longer on that trick.
Yeah.
Like, don't feel you need to rush over and get it on your first jump. Like, you know, doing a melon over this kid, for example. Yeah, I'll take a little bit to get it, but like kind of slow and steady where you can is a good way of doing things, especially in this one where you might not know what the next trick is, and it might,
oh my god, you're dead.
Yeah, you might read it before, like, you're able to process it and try and go do something stupid. But yeah, like, for this eggplant, yeah, you need, like, full special. You need to go back and forth and really, you know, be going straight. And then, yeah, boneless, and then just hold up in triangle and you should get it.
How'd you get up there? That's the name of the gap.
Boneless.
No, that's the name of the gap.
Oh, right.
How did you get up there?
Right.
Yeah, capital there.
I'd say for this, it's good if you can remember what his special tricks are.
Yeah.
To get the 50,000 points, I kind of was like, well, I just did one of them, but I don't actually remember what the button mapping was.
Oh, yeah, getting this one. You have to, like, invert and then jump into the invert, yeah.
You will, like, never get all the way up to the board first try, so you have to, like, lip trick the thing right below the kid and then jump up onto the board.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah. Koston's is just a lot of grinding. I didn't actually find this one that tough.
Well,
was there a Koston known for grinding? Didn't he have like really high grinding stats?
He literally invented one of the most famous grinds.
Oh, okay.
Well, alright, the thing is though, he quote unquote invented the fandangle, but he never landed it.
You know, I was looking some of those tricks up, like, you know, did Bucky Lasek ever do the big hitter? You know, what is that based on something? I was looking that up, and like for that example, I didn't find anything. So I guess it's just like for some of those, was it just like they asked the pro, hey, what would your, I don't know, ideal perfect trick be? Or did they just invent an animation and give it to one? Or is there something that I didn't see?
There's a mix of both. Because I remember in Tony Hawk 3, Kareem Campbell had the Remo slide. He never did that. It's just that in Tony Hawk 3, they really wanted to push that, oh, we have manual specials now, so every pro had to have a manual special, even if you, like, never were, like, a manual guy.
Yeah.
That second run seemed easier than the first one.
Yeah. I'd say the toughest thing about this is that, like, here on the third one, you're gonna run out of speed if you don't do anything. Like, if you don't jump midway across the cable, so...
Oh, I see you did the Falcon slide there.
Yeah,
did you hear about the Falcon slide?
Yeah, I looked that up.
I looked that up, too.
Yeah,
so somebody else had a video talking about if some dude's last name was Falcon, and he, like, did that, like, stalling, and they kind of put it in this game as a joke, as a grind.
Hopefully not as a joke.
Yeah, people didn't take him very seriously.
Oh.
The guy who did the Falcon slide, he was kind of a big joke. Because he released all these, like, DVDs and VHSs of his super cool new tricks that he made up, and a lot of them. People didn't seem to take many of them very seriously.
Yeah, so back on Eric Koston's one, I'd say, like I said, the hardest part is running out of speed. So on that third one, you have to basically, like, jump once or twice per, like, rail thing. But no. So, like, here's Bucky Lasek's pro challenge. And so like some of these, you need to do a lot of riding on to where you will want to... set up the pros' special tricks, you know, in a way that basically will let you get a lot of points. Like, you know, a lot of the other ones, I just left them alone. But here on Bucky's, I set this up, you know, like the 10 special tricks that I'd want to have. Because this puts you on a new thing on Shipyard, this, like, this boat where it starts falling apart as you get further into the, challenge.
Yeah.
And, you have to get higher and higher point combos.
The whole
this is interesting.
Like, that's a real trick.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a sad plant, dude.
What a sad plant.
Yeah.
What a ho-ho sad plant.
And I'll also mention that, like, some of the gaps, if you want to get all the gaps in the game, some of the gaps are specific to the pro challenges. Like, some of the gaps in Shipyard you have to do here on Bucky's challenge.
Huh.
Because they're like transfers as these quarter pipes start falling apart more and more.
And there's also the ones where you can, invert and hand plant on top of those, like, levels above the ramp.
Right. Like, this part of Shipyard, you either cannot get to or is not actually loaded in as just the regular level. You have to be part of you have to be in Bucky's challenge to have this ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually makes it pretty tough.
Yeah, this looks like one of the more interesting ones, actually.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't ever remember doing any of these as a kid. I don't know if I ever made it this far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Skylar, you've been looking
really
to say
cool.
something for a while.
I was just saying, like, I just love, like, because even the ones where it's like, yeah, they never technically did this, but like if you've like not paid attention, but like if you like watched a lot of the skateboarder that you're playing doing these pro missions, like Bucky was known to like, yeah, he was big into like vert, but he would also like but like
just a cheeky little.
He was big on vert, but like he'd also like skate like the weirdest, like sketchiest, like, oh, that could be a half pipe.
Huh.
So it's like, that's why I love this, because like even though like technically they've never, not never, but like technically some of these they've never done the things that the pro challenge is, they're very much in character of what
I
they
like
do.
that they referenced the CYK in this. That's amazing.
They had a song by CKY in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
I know, but like, I don't know. Like, it's weird that they would reference those movies.
Yeah, this is specifically where like Jackass and such gets mentioned. And so this is Bam's Pro Challenge.
I remember this one.
I'd say for this one, this was the hardest one for me, just because, again, my reaction times are bad. Anything that requires reaction speed, like the Kona slalom, this one, the luge one. Actually, the luge ones weren't that bad, but like this one was real bad. You know, the first time you just ride down unimpeded. The second time, now you need to dodge a bunch of obstacles, and it's just like, yeah, maybe as a kid I could see all this coming, but as me now, it was just like, oh my god, I can't keep up.
What?
Yeah.
As a kid, I couldn't keep up with this either. I do remember this challenge. I did do this one, and I hated it, and I had such a hard time with it. I don't think I did any other pro challenge
You're like, are they all like this? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is what they're all like, I'm not doing more of these. Oh my god!
Pro strats, right there.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a speedrun tech
breaking.
right there, wasn't it?
I don't know. God, you just watch other people do this, and they just so casually weave, you know, left and right, just barely missing each one on this third straight line, and I'm like, on the third part of this, and I'm like, what? How? You know?
Those are the people who are good at like Gran Turismo and shit. Never
Yeah.
seen
Speaking
that
of
game.
weave, this one where you can't jump anymore.
Yeah. So the first 2 out of 3, it's just like the Kona slalom run. The first 2 out of 3 aren't that bad, and then this one is just like, this is the one where you'll lose like 3 minutes and run out of time and have to restart the whole thing.
And Shedix Pro Strats. If it's too hard, just don't do it. Fly off the edge. Fly across the fucking map.
It's kind of funny. When I was replaying this for the first time, look how flippin' fast I'm going.
Holy shit!
Damn, you're right there.
Dude,
I thought
when I was replaying
replaying
this for the first time, I got to this third part after failing a bunch. That same thing happened to me where I hit the quarter pipe at the church instead of going through. Except, I flew back to the previous switchback, but I landed. I didn't crash. I landed, and I was at like 0 speed. So I just very leisurely turned myself the right way and finished the challenge going, pretty slow.
Wow.
But yeah, note that I got down to less than a minute on that. I spent I lost like a minute and a half on, just that third part alone.
This
Wait, Skylar, hold on. Listen to Tony's thing here. I think it's kind of funny, I think.
Hey Rodney, you've invented a ton of tricks over the years. Can you still remember them?
He's literally phoning it in. Like there's some echo on his voice. He didn't record that at the same time as anything else. He's literally phoning that in.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say for the guy, Rodney Mullen, like the godfather of like making all these tricks. Yeah, I get it's cool to go like, oh, here's all the things he like pretty much did first, but it's also like, this is really easy for like the level of difficulty Rodney Mullen usually does. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Also, just from a game mechanic standpoint, like where you are in the game, this is by far like top 3 easiest pro specific challenge.
Yeah. This is only hard because I kept not getting the finger flip right.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Dude, that impossible you did when you did that impossible and then you did it again, it made you look like you did it impossible and then you did like a back impossible
it was
where you
kinda
flipped the
weird.
board back.
Yeah. So
That was weird. I like that.
These pro-specific challenges really range on the difficulty scale. That's pretty easy. The BAM one was really hard. And Chad Muska's here is just going to take really long. Maybe I just wasn't doing it right, but you just need to skate for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, you want to make an album with us? Well, we're gonna have to hear some beats first. Nail tricks and combos to increase your beat meter, but don't bail. Nail 8 beats, and we got us a deal.
Yeah, so as you ride, as you trick, you'll see that number at the center of the screen going up. You basically need to get that to 1,000 8 times. And yeah, that seems to go up faster at the start, slower at the end. Yeah, if you bail, that number goes all the way back to 0 and you basically have to reset your beat. Yeah, maybe I wasn't doing the most creative lines or something, but I feel like I was doing a lot of tricks, and this will still take me like 4 minutes.
Yeah, no, I actually replayed this challenge like right before we started recording, and I just did 50-50s like as long as I could. Like, found the longest rails and did 50-50s, and it looks like it's going up about as fast as it did for you as it did for me. I think it's just doing tricks, like being in a combo makes that meter go up.
What I've noticed from playing this game a bunch, it's more tricks. It's not so much the score you're getting. I think it's more tricks in a combo make it go up faster. So if you get like a crazy like 40 trick combo stuff like that, I at least that's what it seemed like, makes it go up faster.
But yeah, this is I guess the filler time of the video. Again,
Yeah.
I didn't want to speed this up just in case someone really wants to see like what I did to do this, but it's pretty repetitive.
Yeah.
Also, fucking these beats are
Suck?
Not good.
yeah,
They suck real
Kinda
bad.
interesting.
Yeah. It's like the fucking rap rat. Rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think actually they kind of get better the more you get into the challenge, but the first two, like, don't even sound like they're in time with each other. This one as well.
Funny enough. Once again, funny enough, this is not the last time we're gonna see. You have to do something with skating with beats in the Tony Hawk series either.
Yeah.
Dude, Muska Beats. Did that... Hang on. I'm out of the loop. Did that go anywhere? Muska Beats, or did that fail spectacularly? I really don't remember.
He didn't
I
fail.
don't think it did either. I think it
Okay,
just
it
didn't
didn't
work.
go anywhere, and it also didn't fail.
Yeah, I think he made like an album. I remember Rad Rad's video. He said like he actually found a mixtape CD or album at a skate shop once.
Yeah, and
Huh.
it kind of, from what I hear and from what I remember, it kind of, the success of the Tony Hawk series was the same, not the same, but like the rise and fall of the Tony Hawk series was also kind of the rise and fall of Muska Beats kind of deal. Because like I think there was always like maybe 1 or 2 Muska Beat style songs in a Tony Hawk game.
Yeah, this game had 3, I believe.
Yeah, with Biz Markie and all that. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like horrible, and I guess I'm glad that Chad Muska got to do like a side project kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I didn't really know anything about it. I just didn't know if it was a success or if it didn't go anywhere. Because I mean, I don't know of any Muska Beats now. I couldn't name any.
Yeah, I mean, he's not, writing #1 singles with his beats or whatever, but
Dude looks like
Writing singles with his beats. Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I love the way you describe things so much. I'm not dunking on you. I just think it's great.
Yeah,
the way you
I get to
describe
dunk on
things.
myself in the water.
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess
You gotta
once
cool
again,
yourself off.
yeah, just set up your skater with a full special trick list with what you want. If it is based on variety and trying not to be super repetitive, or at least tricks that you're comfortable with doing decent combos with.
And since this is the filler part of the episode or whatever, like you said, I'll just say, I really like the new Chad Muska model and the new Tony Hawk remake trailer I saw.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Yeah, it looks a lot like him.
Look like a dad.
Yeah,
I like the new Chad Muska they had in real life. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Like they brought out that whole new Chad Muska thing in real life. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they remade Chad Muska and like he's actually in real life now.
Too bad his back is all screwed up.
I can't believe they modeled Chad Muska in real life after his appearance
After
in
his
Tony
video
Hawk's Pro Skater
game
1
self.
plus 2.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
I miss the old Chad. Don't like the new Chad or whatever.
Reynolds.
The old,
I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
challenge is one of my
favorite
favorites, honestly. It's a bit simple.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
He's one of my
this challenge.
favorite skaters in real life.
Drop the hand.
I gotta say, watching the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 thing for in terms of the clothes they were wearing, the only slight thing I had a problem with was like, wait, why did Steve Caballero just put on Jamie Thomas's sweater from Tony Hawk 3? That red and I guess black here, but green in Tony Hawk 3 striped sweater really gets around.
Oh, you know what?
That Freddy Krueger sweater really gets around.
I remember this pro challenge. I remember this one. I did do this one. I remember this one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
this
quarter
one
pipe is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it spawns you into the corner. Yeah, but this is basically like, here's a bunch of spots. First show you can do the jump, then do a double kick flip, and then do a triple heel flip. It'll be that like 4 times. This is pretty easy.
Oh, shit.
Just repetitive.
Nice quick turnaround there.
Oh my god, you went right through it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of going right through things.
Yeah.
This
Oh
fountain.
man.
That's how you're supposed to do it. Like, if you do it wrong, you'll hit the fountain and, like, you know, kind of
Like that?
boink off it.
Yeah.
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 This
But-
is yeah.
Oh, you were supposed to do a triple, you did a quadruple.
Yeah, like when it asks you to do a double kick flip, if you do a triple kick flip, you'll have to redo it. Like, it very specifically
You
asks
lose
you.
points for being too cool.
Yeah.
I've always thought this was cool though, because I liked his big gaps that he did in all of his parts. So it was cool
Yeah.
that they incorporated it in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whenever I would play EA Skate, Skate didn't have like a gap system like this game did. So I would always like do stuff like jump off the roof and see if I could land on the sidewalk, and I'd name my own gaps.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave you more points for it. They would
Yeah,
give
that
you...
big
their
area,
point,
but
like-
you didn't. There weren't any named gaps in that game.
That's true.
What were you gonna say, Skylar?
I was gonna say, okay. I was just saying, like, another challenge where it's, like, very much so, like, Ryan Reynolds was always, like, the drop the hammer guy.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
My boy!
Yeah. And then, Jeff Rowley's is basically the same thing. Afterwards, do a specific gap with a specific trick combo.
But he gets the grind because he was the handrail guy.
Yeah.
I think, personally, this was my favorite pro challenge.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Again, if you're competent, it's kind of easy and kind of repetitive, but again, does some good lines. I would say, as you're seeing, you should get your special meter up first. This first jump is pretty hard without special meter. But it saves your special meter if you get some and then, respawns you.
I always found it easier if you actually grind this rail into the gap, because I think it gives you a bit of a boost. I think it's a kind of like almost like a boost rail.
Yeah. It's also kind of like cool how they get you to do Jeff Rowley's special tricks as part of this.
Yeah.
Like, for Ryan Reynolds, I got that confused. You just had to do kick flips and heel flips.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been kind of cool if, do a quad heel flip. That's one of your tricks.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But
One of my favorite stories about Jeff Rowley is I forgot which game it was, but he missed scanning because he got arrested for skateboarding at a spot and not leaving. And he missed the scanning for a Tony Hawk game, so I forgot which game it is, but it's one where literally his scan is the same. I forgot which one it was.
So they just reused the same model of him?
Do the same face and put him in different clothes.
I don't remember that. Oh wow, I guess I didn't realize that the 3, just do a bunch of tricks over a bunch of different jumps. Ones are all next to each other. Because Alyssa Steamers is basically the same.
And then Jamie Thomas is kind of the final boss of doing random tricks in random places.
Yeah, but it's not
one's
this
coming up.
specific setup.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, these are kind of cool because they will show you, new jumps that
You maybe
hadn't
didn't
thought
think
of
of,
before.
yeah.
Like here, it didn't set up an extra jump just for that. This is just part of the level.
I never would have known this gap existed.
Yeah, of course, again, I think this gap is specific to this challenge, maybe? But, like, if you do it just as riding around Alcatraz, it's not there. But, yeah, like, they ask you to do her special trick as well.
Yeah.
Are you sure these aren't real gaps? These don't have the names.
No, I think they are.
They are.
I know that one is. Okay, I guess I wasn't sure about the first one. But
I think that one is, if I remember correctly.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, the whole switchbacks.
All of them.
This one is.
unique caps.
All right, this one
one's
has
a unique
Alyssa's
game.
name in it, so yeah.
As you mentioned, the Jamie Thomas one. That I really like that one because that one legitimately is. All right, he did this in real life. Now you have to do it in the game.
Yeah. And yeah. So his is up next, I believe. And
Yeah.
yeah, the game plays it off as something that was like intentional, like he totally meant to do it, instead of just, oh shit, I forgot until
Yeah.
the last day kind of thing.
A day in the life.
Jamie Thomas decided to shoot his pro spotlight. It's like,
Yeah, he decided to put a really important video part out and only take 12 hours to put it together. I'm sure he planned that out.
I'm sure his editors were really happy about that. The guy who edited the video.
Ugh.
So he did this in real life then?
Yeah,
Yeah. Except more difficult because it wasn't in one 2,000 square foot area. This is much larger than 2,000 square feet, but I'm not good with square feet area.
yeah.
yeah. He
So he waited to the last second and then did his entire part in one
entire
day.
video
Yep.
part in one day.
Jesus Christ.
It's funny. He's
Yeah.
wearing the same. He's wearing the same clothes the entire video and everything, and it's just all these different spots that you. It's like he explains it as he'd fight to land a trick, did it, didn't even have any time to celebrate that he landed it, went straight to his car and drove to the next one.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of that, what was it, Jaws, who wanted to skate 30 skate parks in one day for his 30th birthday?
Jaws is great.
I think it was Jaws. He did it too. It was great.
Nice. Yeah.
I like Jaws a lot. Like, he's not in the new skateboarding game, is he?
He's not in any skateboard
New Tony
game.
Hawk? Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in Tony Hawk 5?
Oh, he
Aaron
might have been Tony
Hamoki
Hawk
or
5.
whatever his name is?
Oh, he
Actually,
might
Yeah,
is.
he might have been Tony Hawk 5.
He might be. I just barely played that game. I forgot that one existed.
Yeah. Oh, but coming up, here's something I actually didn't know about. When I recorded college the first time, but yeah, you can come in here and get on this elevator and also get to the roof that way.
I had no idea you could
Honestly,
do that either.
I played this game so many times, and I never knew you could do that.
I think that was actually the first video game secret I ever learned. Because this was my first ever video
Yeah, but
game. And that was
Here
the
I
first
am,
time
guys. I recreated myself pretty well, don't you think? Yeah, and I copyrighted my own name.
Yeah.
Copyrighted. But yeah,
Copywritten.
then the
Let's do
custom
this.
skater, which, by the way, all the speedruns pick this guy because it's like the fastest challenge. Yeah, you got to do a sick extreme sports thing for like a movie or something.
Yeah.
It's like you're filming Triple X. Or
BMX
whatever.
style.
Yeah.
You're filming BMX Triple X.
Yeah, filming something for BMX. It's kind of weird. Coming back to replay this game, the first time I did this, it was super hard because you could see that it messes your screen up quite a bit. And so you need to do this like all in one combo, and I could not freaking do this. I was like, what the hell? This is supposed to be like really easy, right? Everyone does it in speedruns. I couldn't freaking do it. But recording this, first try, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
and for doing this, for each pro, you'll get a video of theirs, just like in the other Tony Hawk games, that I've been skipping. But for the custom
Bales.
skater, you get the Bales
Oh
montage.
boy!
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Gee.
Now this one I remember. I watched this one a lot because I thought this one was cool,
Yeah,
and that's the only reason I even
You know,
know
they
the song
can't make
exists.
things worse for these skaters, and sometimes
can't
I bet
tell
they
me a
wish
lot
they
of
would rather
things.
die.
But they can't see eye to eye, you know.
yeah.
I'm not even cringing because this one I'm just used to. This one I've seen a bunch.
Bonk.
Yeah,
I've watched
yeah.
this one so many times as a
Whoa.
kid. I'm not even cringing anymore.
He got desensitized to the pain.
Yeah.
This one doesn't. I swear, this one is not as bad as the other ones.
Video games maybe
that
are
hurts.
bad for children.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he's lost his sense.
All right, that one-
lost control.
That
lost
one's
his
bad.
mind.
That one I'll cringe at.
Yeah.
I cringed at that last one, but the rest of these,
Yeah.
okay, that one's pretty bad too.
When Matt's hanging out with French girls and drinking fine wine, you know?
Yeah. He loses his sense. He
Okay,
loses
that
his
one's
control.
okay.
He lost. Bonk.
He's dead.
Oh,
He's dead for sure. Definitely dead. Yeah.
Nice one.
Now that one I liked
I
because
think
he's
that.
smiling.
I think the one where the shot where he made that was in the intro video. In that.
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
it was. Yeah.
He
And
fucking knocks down
that's
that
why I thought that was
ramp.
interesting. I was like, is these all the intro videos, but they bail it instead of making it? Is that what
Yeah.
this is? That's what I thought it was.
Whoa, they don't get those first try?
Yeah.
I was a little kid. I had no idea. I thought
How
that's you
dare
just
they call
went out there and you just
themselves
did the
pro
trick.
skaters?
Yeah. If those are all rookie mistakes, why do the pros keep making them? Okay. So that was all the pro specific goals. And then, like I said, maybe one video or two. I'll need to see how long it is while editing. But now we need to go back and finish all of the new pro challenges in the 7 levels. We're going to get up to all goals completed in Tony Hawk 4 before, bonus video and then moving on to Tony Hawk Underground. So yeah, next 1 or 2 videos will be that. So see you then.